Beep. What is up, ninjas? My name is Sam World, and welcome to the next episode of the start to finish on modern bass house or big room, whatever you decide to call it. But this tutorial series, guys, again is inspired by the stamp guys like Seth Hills, Julian Jordan, even Dyro just made one that's recently in this style, which is pretty cool. It's very clubby and I really think it's dope. Good sound design, guys. And in this whole series, I am using the destination pack I released in collaboration with the producer school. So if you want to support the channel, make sure to check it out. Now, my purpose with this tutorial, guys, today is going to be to work on the breakdown of the song to avoid getting stuck in La La Land on the drop. Usually this happens for some reason. You guys like to torture yourselves and you just keep hearing that drop constantly without anything else to add to it, so you get stuck in loop land instead of going and working on other parts of your song, hopefully to get a little bit of inspiration that you could add again on the drop. Always looking for that, guys, and you always gotta push it forward. With that being said, let's get straight into this tutorial, and if you want to support the channel, you can find the destination pack over at evilsounds.com. Alright, guys, and welcome inside of Ableton. Now, we essentially have the drop done. I'm going to say about 80 to 90% done. So the main idea is there. I love the energy that happens in the second part. I love the way the first part sounds. I feel like, again, there's still some stuff we could do. The first one that I noticed was, since we have these kind of reverb solos that we're utilizing Endless Smile for, which again, you can use any reverb to do these. I feel like we need to have it here to help this transition out a bit, so that way it's like
Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again.
I feel like that just sounds so much better than the way we had it before. Okay, now there's still a couple of things I want to do on the drop for sure, but I don't want to get stuck too much in the loop. It's essentially what I mean by that is I want to keep the idea moving forward. You know, the longer that I stay here, the more, let's just say, frustrated people tend to get. The biggest mistake I see a lot of people make is that they'll work on a loop, like they'll work on this specific part of their song and essentially get burnt out from hearing it on the loop. And while, you know, I get it, you're in a loop because you just want to add more to it, you feel like it's still not there. You still have to keep the track moving forward. You still want to get to the break and then the second drop, and you just want to move it forward so that you don't get stuck in loop land or La La Land, which is a big issue in the producing community, especially for people that are just kind of feeling uninspired, people that have a really good idea but that they just feel like they can't move it forward. So what I'm going to choose to do here is we're actually going to move to this part of the song, which is going to be creating the pre-break tension into our main break idea.
Motherfucking bass drop.
Okay, so for the breakdown, I know I'm going to need some form of atmosphere. So in the pack for destination, we do have a bit of that. And again, the way these atmospheres are created, I'll try and show you guys an example. But I'm going to be using this number 12 one, which is closest to the key that I want. But again, I could also use 15, but I don't want an alarm like that. I honestly want something like that, something simple, but I really like this one. So we're just going to warp it here. So that way Ableton doesn't increase the speed of it or decrease. And we're going to put it up +1 to make sure it's in D sharp. From there, formants down so that it gets the full out. It doesn't try to maintain the tone of D, but we want it in D sharp. And it's going to sound like this. Check it out. Okay, now I personally think we need to use it like this, so that way when this part comes in, it makes sense. Maybe like around there.
Fucking bass drop.
And of course, we are going to filter that in, so we're going to put an auto filter. We always want to start as minimal as possible. This gives us enough time to evolve the break rather than just, here, take it, like all the ideas at once. And this is, again, guys, creating tension. And the best thing about music, the reason you guys find it so satisfying, is the creation of tension and the release of tension. Now, the creation of tension here, obviously your buildup is a tension that is created, and then your drop is the release of the tension. In the breakdown, your pre-break, usually there's no melodic satisfaction, no harmony. That is another form of tension, and you're going to release that when you introduce the main breakdown idea. Then we're going to go into the build-up, where again we create more tension and then we release it on the drop. And then it's supposed to make you go, oh. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So
Fucking bass drop.
Okay, and then there, I'm just going to loop that. And I'm just doing that again because I know I need to do that. Now, we're going to see if the low-pass filter can mask that transition there, because usually you're going to get a click or it's going to sound weird to the audience. Okay, and that sounds pretty spot on. And you can see it slowly builds up. Now, this is taking too long, in all honesty, to build up. So, as you can see here, I do have a reference, and that reference decides to bring in the main break idea right here. Now, personally, I'm going to choose to have it here. So that way we have a little bit of 8 bars of tension, main break idea for around another 8 bars. And then we're going to actually start the build up there. We're going to move the drop verse here. Drop verse 2.5, we're going to put that here, or actually around there, yeah. So drop's going to happen. We'll see what we do. And of course, our outro is going to happen over here. And I'm just, again, this is just for me to know how the song is evolving. And I have to create variation and amp up at every specific point. So we're going to do that. Now, of course, we're going to utilize the same effects that we utilized over here. So that makes our life just a tiny bit easier. Usually I do it a bar before, just in case we have those pre-sweeps. Like
Motherfucking bass drop.
There we go. Okay, so we're going to be creating that nice little tension. I'm just looking to see if there's anything I'm missing that we can add there. I'm also going to have the vocal bleed into that break. What that means is that, as you can see, we do have that endless amount going. I'm going to let that bleed into it so it sounds like this.
Drop.
And we get that nice to it, so.
Motherfucking bass drop. Bass drop.
Okay, we don't need that impact there. And just going to do this here. That's cool. So here we might let that keep going. We'll see when we kind of get the idea for that break. But that's good there. I do want a bit of white noise, but I feel like we can maybe get away with the reverse synth if we're going to use something of that sort. Again, effects are your best friends when you're doing transitions. This is one of the things I hate when I hear a lot of your music, not everyone's, but a lot of the people in the intermediate to beginner stage, is that they don't utilize effects to their utmost potential. Use them as well as you can, guys. They're essentially there to mask. Think of it as you're a magician and you're doing your magic trick. The effects are the sexy assistant to your left that's gonna essentially take the tension away from your sneaky little fingers. You want to use these effects as much as you can to help the transition. They create tension again, and they also create sort of like a hype. It's like, woo, woo, yeah, it's lit. It just sounds so much better when you have them when you're introducing stuff. So again, just some food for thought. We can definitely put in like a white noise as well. And then we're going to get that nice little that's going to... Yeah, so we're going to have to do that here. If you want an easy cop-out for your break, you can utilize a Reese bass. So that's just going to be a bass running through without any melody at first. But again, I kind of want to create something here that maybe goes along with the break. Now, there are a couple of options you have for your breakdowns. The first one is obviously a tension breakdown, which utilizes the melody from the drop. And essentially that break is just there to give a bit of rest, create tension, and then you drop it again. No really melodic ideas introduced. And then you obviously have the more melodic breakdowns that you can also go for. In this scenario, I'll say go with what your gut feels. So what I like to do is I like to hear other people's music to get inspiration for the breaks on what kind of breakdowns I could do. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And then I'll get back to you guys in a bit to see if I get any inspiration from that. All right, guys, so I think I'm going to go for like something hip-hoppy. Maybe not hip-hoppy, but just something that's not 4 on the 4 for the main idea here. So we're going to create that so that way I kind of understand a little bit of what we're going for and we can actually fill this portion out a little easier. You know, if you don't know where you're going, why are we going to throw in a bunch of shit like ARPs and stuff if it's not going to work with the main break idea? So I'm going to have this probably just be 4 bars in all honesty. Well, actually, this is fine. 8 bars. All right, so we're going to try and just fill this up. So I need another snare. And the good thing is in the destination pack, we were a little bit like, kind of like, should we add snare, hip hop stuff in there? Which we didn't, but I think some of the snares do have that vibe. Just kind of going with that. We're going to have a bass to go with it. I don't even think this is a hip hop pattern, but I like the energy it has. I think that will work for what we want. So yeah, let's just see if we can lay that. All right, let's see if we variation here to the kick. Here I want to do a variation again, maybe here. There we go. So that's sort of like a 4-bar loop that we got going on. But there's variation there. So here, and obviously here and here. Maybe let's try this guy here. Okay, and we're just gonna delete that. And of course, add this little loop here. That's fine. Okay, cool. Let's see what we can do with that. Of course, you know we're gonna need this guy.
Motherfucking bass drop.
And we're gonna treat it a little
Bass drop.
and let that bleed out again.
Fucking bass drop.
And just figuring out what we're gonna get it with.
Motherfucking bass drop. Fucking bass drop.
And then maybe the reverse might work here too.
Bass drop.
I don't like the initial melody of that because it just doesn't make sense. So okay, now this part here of this, we might kind of reduce that down after it opens up. We should have a lot more energy going there because we are going to have some of the effects from here, like the, again, shout out to Ali for the crowd effect. In fact, I don't think I like that, so I'm just going to loop this part. And I might choose to do it on the other one, but we'll
Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop.
I'm going to save this because Serum has been crashing my Ableton recently, so I don't want to fuck with that. Yeah, we are in the right. let's get rid of the atmosphere for now. I'm gonna zero that out just so that it's not there, but I can always bring it back in.
Motherfucking bass drop.
Let's get rid of these for now. And this, just because I know it's there, but again, maybe it's not needed.
Fucking bass drop.
We need to find something that goes, but we're gonna do Reese break. I'm gonna get on the piano, maybe loop that part up, but I do want to put again the side chain, so I'm not gonna go for LFO2 on this time around with this guy. I'm just gonna use the side chain from the compressor to automate volume down for me, aka compress down. I always see it as volume automation. Some people agree, some people don't, but that's the way I understand that. Number 17, there we go, and then we're gonna do it.
Motherfucking bass drop.
All right, let's see if I can route the cutoff on this guy to like a mod wheel or something. That way it makes a little sense. So mod wheel here, we're gonna route that to the filter cutoff, so we can open it up with the mod wheel on the MIDI keyboard as I'm playing it and see if I can come up with something cool on this guy. Let's see if it works. Okay, it fucking works, but it might be a little too much for what we want. So another filter here, which let's see, we get rid of it. We'll do that. I think that filter's there to, again, preserve mono compatibility on the low end. But for now, I'm going to use it as a guinea pig. So that way, again, that mod wheel can also get routed to that. And it makes a little bit more sense that way. We're going to go into the effects and put it to the filter. We can find the effects filter. Fuck. Cut off, man. So that's my idea, to do like some sort of thing like that. So that way we can get a little bit of wiggle on it. And I might have to automate this mod wheel, but we'll see what we can do.
Motherfucking bass drop.
Cool. I think we're gonna do something like that. I don't know if I recorded those automations. Hopefully I didn't, because we're gonna have to do them ourselves. But yeah, we'll see how it comes out. Hopefully it comes out mint. I might have to have a sub for this, but again, it should be fun.
Motherfucking bass drop.
It might have recorded here, so we're just gonna get rid of that. Actually, you can see my shoppy ass little. All right, there we go. We're gonna do it like so. All right, so I do want like a reverse. That's gonna happen. Like it's gonna open up. That's the idea there. So we're gonna do that. Now here I'm gonna put a plus, so that way we can see that automation at the bottom of it. It makes it a little easier for us to kind of work with that. And I do want like a reverse to happen here, so we're gonna do that. D, just across. There we go. I'm gonna start at 0.
Motherfucking bass drop.
There we go.
Motherfucking bass drop.
Okay, I do like some of the swing it has, but of course you gotta remember those have to land on beat and everything else can stay the same. Going back to the rule, land on beat. And we're actually gonna put a little bit of the mono legato higher. Okay, cool. Now we just gotta automate the stuff. So it gets a little hard. I'm not the best at DMB bass lines, but I mean, I'm gonna go for it. But usually with DMB bass lines, what happens is in Serum, there's a note that will, like you can kind of see, we do kind of have it on the portamento time. But there's usually a note will be routed to the rate of this guy. And the higher it plays, the faster this is gonna go. So maybe we can mess with that for a bit. And of course, we don't want any low end at that part, so we're gonna automate that low end out of here. So that way it's like this, and we get the full blast there.
Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop.
I'm gonna try it an easier way. I think I can do it because I'm not really doing any intricate stuff on it. And I'm just gonna modulate this guy.
Once again. Back motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop.
That sounded pretty cool there, but we gotta make sure there's no low.
Motherfucking bass drop.
Okay, so let's see if we can mess with this LFO rate maybe. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna close this guy. All right, there we go. Maybe higher.
Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass. Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass. Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop.
Kind of what I want, but we'll see if we can fine tune stuff.
Motherfucking.
And then here we need to have like a volume automation, but or auto filter. Yeah, that would be a better bet because I don't want to mess with the levels too much. So we're gonna do that. That way it makes a little bit more sense, like so.
Motherfucking bass drop.
There we go.
Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop.
We're gonna activate trip and dot mode, which gives us access to the swingy ones.
Motherfucking bass drop. 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 Motherfucking bassline.
Okay, it's just about a lot of playing with it to get it how you want. There's still a change, huh? I want it to not trig.
The fucking bassline. The fucking bassline.
Maybe a bit too much. I wish we're gonna go closer into it. So just go that. God damn it, bro. Okay.
Motherfucking bassline.
I'm not sure about this note, but we'll add. Let's just do that. And then we're gonna have this note hit again just to restart the restart, because the retrig is on that, so it means it's gonna make it start from the beginning again, and that's what we want. This is when it hits there, what is it at? I think what I'm going to do is have him start in the beginning so it makes more sense. The glides, I'm going to choose to do it another way by utilizing the mono legato, but I'm only going to turn always on, so it's always happening, no matter if the notes overlap. That way it makes my life a little easier to make sure these guys... Here we're gonna have that land on beat again. we just gotta fix this part here. That goes too fast down. All right, cool. The good thing, hopefully I can like transfer this over to another patch or make it better. So that way we get sort of like
fucking bass drop. Back, motherfucking bass drop. Back, motherfucking bass drop. Again for that motherfucking bass drop.
yeah, it's gonna sound badass once we get it good, man. All right, let's see. Maybe I can do something.
Back, motherfucking bass drop. Again for that motherfucking bass drop. Back once 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 again.
Yeah, it sounds badass if we can. Like, the thing is, I'm scared of is mixing that fucking Reese, because I don't really fuck around with Reese's that much. We'll see if I can do it. I might have to watch some tutorials from Artifacts, but I like the vibe I'm getting from that. It's just
motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again that motherfucking.
yeah, it's gonna be the idea there. Fuck yeah, it's badass, dude. I feel like a badass right now.
Back, motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop.
This is not in sync.
Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Bass drop.
Okay, and then we might do some really cool stuff with the Reese as well.
Bass drop. Bass drop. Back. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass.
Yeah, this gets out of key, so we're gonna actually get rid of that, but we'll use it for the introduction there.
Bass drop. Back.
This is all rough draft in this part right now.
Back. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop.
Okay. I'm also gonna maybe add another snare, but make it interesting.
Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again.
I wonder if the melody's gonna work in any way or form.
Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop.
It's too busy, but maybe we can make a melody with it. Like a little ARP maybe can work with it. The thing is that Reese space takes up so much space, and it's also so busy and moving that if I put an ARP in there, I feel like it's just gonna be too much overload. The drums are gonna be going, and that Reese space is the main center of idea, right? So I feel like adding anything besides like ear candy here and there is really gonna over clutter it. But we're gonna try it out either way, just to make sure I'm not wrong on that aspect of it. Okay.
Fucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop.
So I'm playing that on the MIDI keyboard. Maybe like a... Wait, what the fuck happened to my presets, man? I swear, it's like someone fucked them up or something. Serum, you're doing me dirty again. What happened? Like, look at that. What the hell's going on? I'm gonna reopen Serum, guys. I don't know why the fuck it's doing that. Let's go with the VST. Shouldn't be doing that. Those are my patches. I worked hard on them. I hate when it does this kind of stuff. I swear, if they're fucked, I'm gonna be so mad, guys. So mad. I'm gonna go complain a bit. There we go. It's back to normal. I swear, Serum has been having issues lately, ever since I moved to Mac. Alright, so I think we might fuck with it. If not, we can always get rid of it. I mean, but again, you know, I think we deserve something like that. And we can always mess with the sound. Again, if there's one thing you've learned from this session, guys, this start to finish, you saw, I think presets are dope. When you buy them, yeah, they sound good, but you have to go in and like fuck with them. Like this Reese bass, you know, it's work, yeah, but if that's your idea, just follow it through. Don't be scared. Take it one step at a time. This preset was not meant to be used this way, but I made it that way, and that's why you have to at least learn a bit of sound design, in my opinion. So make sure to watch the Serum masterclass that I did from start to finish. It's free. You don't have to pay for it, and you don't see me going like, I will teach you. No, you guys know what I do. This is what I do for a living, which make sounds, and then I make these kind of tutorials for you guys because I know you guys find them valuable, even if I sometimes feel very insecure about them. But again, I hope you guys are learning stuff as we go along. So I'm going to set this ARP in here, and then we're going to call it a day. So let's see if I can get this. So again, you know, the ARP melody is not like just a melody that's coming out of thin air. We're following the same melody from the break. So the break is using almost the same notes. In order to make this fit, though, if we make this melody sound similar to the drop in a way or form, then it should fit in theory. So we're gonna try that.
Back. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that motherfucking bass drop. Motherfucking bass drop. Back once again for that